I joined eXp because in this industry you can never really retire. So what are you doing? You're building a practice that you can never sell. So basically you work until you just don't want to work anymore. So with this particular company, you can go ahead and work and build some residual income so that someday I might actually be able just to enjoy my life and not have to work until I'm that 75-year-old guy moving signs out in the front yard with my 20-year-old picture. So that's why I actually joined eXp. Also because you can work anywhere in the country where your license works, whereas most agencies you can only really work locally. So Florida's a big state. There's actually 5 regions, and there aren't very many companies, maybe one other company actually, where I could work in South Florida, North Florida, Central Florida, West Florida, and the Panhandle. Most you can maybe work 2 of those areas, and this one you can actually work all of them. It's also nice because instead of working for the man, as they would say, you actually have agent ownership. So you do get a piece of the company when you work. So that would be the revenue share, which is the reason why you actually may be able to retire someday. I got my license back in 2002. I used to renovate houses and sell them and flip them, and I did that for a long time. Was in general real estate until the market crashed. Then after the market crashed, WCI, which is a builder that built a lot of very expensive neighborhoods in South Florida, called me and asked me to come in and reopen Parkland Golf and Country Club, which I did. So we reopened that. Toll Brothers came in and ended up purchasing that property. I stayed with WCI for another 5 years because I reopened another neighborhood that they built called Harem Bay, which is also in Parkland. I stayed there till that neighborhood was finished. It was about 500 houses. Went back into general real estate. Bounced around a little bit, worked for a couple boutique offices, trying to figure out what I wanted to do and whether I wanted to rebuild a practice again that I would have to work until I'm 75 or 80 years old. And then this came along, and I looked at the numbers on it, and it really works for me because just on a yearly basis, I probably have 10 to 15 people a year ask me if, where they should go hang their license and what they should do in this business. So if you take half of those people, which usually that's about what it is, half of them will listen to me and they'll go to where I said that I thought they should go, and you don't get anything for that. With this company, with the agent share, you actually do. So basically, if you look at that where you have, say, an easy number, 10 people a year ask you and 5 of them end up coming over, and then you do that over a 10-year period, you actually would have a significant amount of revenue coming in on a yearly basis, just on your general everyday doing your business and talking to people. So I look at it that way and said, hey, listen, if I just do what I normally do on a daily basis and I could end up with a $200,000 or $300,000 yearly income coming in, then I don't have to actually go out and work. It's just, I wake up in the morning and that's there. I'm still doing the same thing I do every day. So that to me was the main factor of my coming over here. Well, the technology that the company has, I think it's way beyond anything you're going to get with any of the competitors. Even with any of the big houses, Coldwell Bankers, Berkshire Hathaways, whatever you want to call them, they're not going to have the technology up to date like we do. You get a lot more for your money. You can go anywhere and get basic stuff, but this is really over the top and really gives you an advantage